San Jose is the largest city in Northern California and full of many fun adventures. It's by no means as popular for tourism as San Francisco, but if you're willing to look beyond the surface, it has lots of hidden gems waiting to be explored. This video collects many of my favorite places in the city, including a haunted house, many different tech museums, art installations, and even the world's first mountain observatory. Let me know what I left off in the comments, and let's jump into my favorite things to do in San Jose. First up, we have the Winchester Mystery House. The Winchester Mystery House is a peculiar mansion that was built by Sarah Winchester, who was convinced that she was cursed by the ghosts of those who had been killed by Winchester rifles and could never stop building the house. The house features confusing designs, secret passageways, doors that lead to nowhere, and multiple floors. It's a fascinating experience in San Jose and one that everyone should experience once. Next up, we have the Children's Discovery Museum. This is an interactive museum with over 28,000 square feet of exhibits that encourages children to learn through play. It's one of the best children's museums I've ever seen, with full cars kids can climb into, an impressive water play area, and a half-acre of outdoor space to explore. The museum states that the activities are designed to promote creativity, imagination, and exploration. My children loved it, and yours probably will as well. Next up, we have the Municipal Rose Garden. This is a beautiful garden that houses over 4,000 rose bushes of varying types. It's a popular spot for weddings, picnics, and other events, and a stunning area to stroll when the flowers are in bloom. I've actually never been here when the flowers were in bloom, but I still love watching the sunset from here and just walking around the beautiful garden. Next up, we have the Cathedral Basilica of St. Joseph. This historic basilica in downtown San Jose was the first non-mission church built in California. It's actually the 5th church at this location, as earthquakes and fires destroyed the other one. It's the oldest parish in San Jose and features stunning stained glass windows, a pipe organ, and ornate architecture. It's open most days for you to walk around and explore. Following that, we have the Rosicrucian Egyptian Museum. This museum features an extensive collection of Egyptian artifacts and exhibits. It's one of the few museums in the world solely dedicated to ancient Egypt, and it's one of my favorite stops in San Jose. The museum has many reconstructions of famous Egyptian works and a full tomb you can enter, walk around in, and explore. Even if you don't enjoy museums, this is one you don't want to miss. Next up, we have Santana Row. Santana Row is a trendy outdoor shopping and dining district offering various high-end shops, restaurants, and entertainment venues. It's a meeting place in San Jose, and the main street that runs through the outdoor mall is closed to drivers and walkable for pedestrians. Plus, the market lights that line the street at nighttime make it a wonderful place to stroll and to grab a bite to eat or to get some ice cream. Let me know what your favorite spot in Santana Row is in the comments. Next up, we have the Tech Interactive. This museum showcases the history of technology through many different mediums. It's excellent for the whole family, especially those with older children, as it has interactive exhibits and displays that are designed to educate and inspire visitors. I loved walking around the museum and could easily have spent a half day there myself, but my children were a little bit young to experience it. Next up, we have Monopoly in the Park. Monopoly in the Park is a life-size version of the classic board game right in the middle of downtown San Jose. The Monopoly board is 930 square feet, and it's actually playable if you want to book a time to experience it with friends. It does cost if you want to book and play there. I think it's fun to see for a few minutes after visiting the Children's Museum, and it's a Guinness Book of World Records holder for the largest permanent Monopoly board. Following that, we have Sonic Runway. Sonic Runway is an interactive art installation outside of City Hall. It's basically a tunnel of lights and sounds that responds to the music playing and is 432 feet long with 25 arches. It's a blast for the whole family to see at nighttime, and one of the more unique outdoor art installations I've seen in California. Next up, we have Japantown. Japantown is a historic neighborhood located in San Jose and one of the 3 remaining Japantowns in the United States. It features traditional Japanese architecture, restaurants, and shops with historic plaques that tell you about the area as you explore. Anthony Bourdain even visited here to eat at Minato for no reservations, and the Aloha Poke place is perfect if you like that type of food as well. It's a great place to walk around and grab a bite to eat. Next up, we have Lick Observatory. Lick Observatory is located on the summit of Mount Hamilton and about an hour outside of downtown San Jose. It features several telescopes and is open to the public for tours and stargazing. The historic observatory was built in 1880 with all of the materials having to be brought up by horse and carriage. The original telescope was the largest refractor telescope in the world when it was built, and it was responsible for many scientific discoveries throughout the early 1900s. It's one of the best things I did in San Jose, but the drive to the summit is a little scary. Next up we have Los Gatos Creek Trail. The Los Gatos Creek Trail is a 9.5-mile scenic trail that runs through San Jose and Los Gatos. It is popular with walkers, joggers, and cyclists and offers beautiful views of the surrounding area. It's a great way to be active in San Jose, and if you're looking for a good jumping off point, one of the best areas to explore the trail is at Los Gatos Creek County Park. Next up we have Mount Umunum. Mount Umunum is a prominent mountain peak located in the Santa Cruz Mountains. It's well known for the large rectangular building you can see from all over Silicon Valley up on the hill. The mountain is accessible via a 45-minute drive from downtown San Jose, which takes you all the way to the top. Of course, you can park below the mountain and hike to the summit if you want, but I just drove all the way to the top when I saw it. Getting out, you can walk the short trail and explore the historic radio tower, which is interesting to see and gives you great views down on San Jose. It's certainly a fun adventure if you have a couple hours to spare. Next up, we have the San Jose Flea Market. This is one of the largest open-air flea markets in the country. It features over 800 vendors each week offering a wide range of goods. The farmers market portion itself is about a quarter-mile long, and there are many places to eat, small green spaces to explore, and even a few amusement park rides. The market is like a maze with so much to see and experience while you're there, and it's definitely a fun way to spend a few hours. Next recommendation is Happy Hollow Park and Zoo. This is a family-friendly zoo and mini amusement park that offers a variety of rides, animal exhibits, and play areas. The zoo is tiny with only a dozen or so animals, but the play areas around the park are great and the rides are included with the ticket price. This spot is really only for those with younger children, but if you have young kids, you'll probably have a blast. Following that, we have the History Park. History Park is located near Happy Hollow Zoo and the Japanese Gardens in Kelly Park. It features buildings and exhibits that depict life in Santa Clara Valley during the late 1800s. Visitors can step back in time and see how people lived and worked during that period, with a few different museums and houses open on specific days. Plus, you can ride a historic trolley on the weekends as well. It's a fun and free stop in the city. My last recommendation is the Intel Museum. The Intel Museum is located at Intel's headquarters in Santa Clara and showcases the history of the world-renowned company and how it built its semiconductor chips. The museum is open on weekdays and is free to visit. I was impressed by how interactive it was, and it's an excellent stop for 45 minutes with families or by yourself. While it is relatively small, it's free and it has some great exhibits, plus there's a shop which you can buy souvenirs from if you want. So that's it for my favorite things to do in San Jose. Let me know what I left off in this video and what city you want to see next in the comments. We'll see you on the next video.